when I first filed my taxes. I was completely lost. I tried to do it by myself, but I had no idea what I was doing. All I could do was to think back to the last 17 years of grade school and college and wonder why I was never taught this. Why was I learning algebra, the flute, and learning how to cut open frogs in biology? But hey, at least I know how to solve 4x plus 16y. Why would they not teach us something as valuable as how to do our taxes? In this video, I will show you what I wish I was taught in grade school, how to do our taxes, the 3 ways that you can submit them, and how to not only ensure that you get them done and on time, but also correctly, as no one wants that dreaded IRS audit letter in the mail. Stay tuned.
Tell me, how does it feel living that good life? Never ever really had to think twice.
What's going on, fam? Justin Hauser here, and welcome to the Justin Hauser Show, where I go over vital information in only 5 minutes on how to make you financially smart and rich. Feel free to check the description below for show notes, links to recommended products, and anything that I might have forgot to mention in this video. And most importantly, if you get value in this video, let's help that YouTube algorithm and smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you will not miss any of my future videos. So this is the first video of several in a new series that I have coming out now called Taxes 101, into where this series will not only help you learn how to do your taxes, but also how to get ahead of them. So let's get into how to file your taxes. Learning how to file your taxes is one of the life skills that seem more intimidating than it actually is, and is one of the most vital skills that you should master. Look, I'm not gonna waste your time by making a 225-minute video on everything taxes, as all you really need to know to start are a couple items. First off, why do we pay taxes in the first place? Simple, because we're obligated. We pay taxes because the federal, state, and municipal governments enact tax laws. We pay taxes to basically fund the government or a variety of federal, state, and local services such as Social Security, Medicare, Department of Defense, salaries of government officials, etc. The second thing you need to know is that there are 2 types of taxes that you will pay. The first type that you'll pay is federal, and the second type is state taxes, as applicable, as not every state in America has state taxes. It is estimated that the federal government will receive over $3.6 trillion, yes, with a T, in tax revenue for the year 2020, where 50% of that comes from personal income taxes, about 1/3 of it comes from payroll taxes, and the last 17% comes from a variety of places such as corporate taxes, state taxes, tariffs, etc. Whereas the states are set to collect a little less than half of the $3.6 trillion that the federal government will collect, or about $1.6 trillion, where 23% of that comes from sale taxes, 18% from income taxes, and the rest from charges and fees from state universities, public hospitals, and everyone's favorite, toll roads. So then the most common question I usually get is, okay, when are my taxes due? April 15th. Yes, there are ways to get extensions, but that will be covered in a later video, so stay tuned to my channel. And another question I get is, do I need to file taxes? If you have a job with a regular paycheck or a business, then you almost certainly need to, as you are already paying taxes. Please consult with a licensed tax professional for more detailed advice on this. So what does filing taxes even mean? Simply put, it is you filling out a whole bunch of complicated paperwork and then mailing it or e-filing the forms to the IRS or Internal Revenue Services, along with any payment that you might owe. Please note that I understand when people get excited about receiving a tax return refund check every year. Look, I do too. I would much rather receive a refund check versus me sending money to the IRS in the first place. However, please know that the only reason you are getting a refund is not because the government is trying to be nice and to give you some money back. No. The government actually overcharged you for the year in taxes.
Oh, I don't think so.
Look, your goal should be to get as close to zero as possible every single year when you do your taxes. Again, this is on a case-by-case basis as it varies from person to person, from situation to situation. So another popular question is, how do I actually file my taxes? Well, there are 3 ways that you can file your taxes. The first way is to file your taxes manually, filling out this form called a 1040 and then mailing it to the IRS. I personally hate this this option and I do not recommend it. Not only is it tiresome to have to pen and ink it, it also makes it more prone to errors and also takes the IRS longer to process it. The second way to file your taxes is to have a professional do it for you. Now this is what I did my very first time doing my taxes, as I had no idea what I was doing and thought this was the only other way to do it. I also do not recommend doing it this way, as the cost is extremely higher than the third option, which is what I'll go over next. However, I would recommend you doing it this way if you have complicated taxes, such as a major life change, you owe back taxes, or you have a business. And the third way to file your taxes is do it online or e-file. This is my recommended way for you to do your taxes, as this is what I've done every single year that I've been eligible, except for my first year to file taxes. This is also the most popular way that Americans want to fill out their taxes. Not only is this cost effective and sometimes completely free, but it is extremely user friendly. The tax software will basically ask you a bunch of questions about items such as your personal information, income, and deductions. Word of advice: read the small print of these online companies to check to see the requirements to get it done for free, as there are stipulations such as income of when it would not be free. Another advantage of doing it online is most software will do both your federal and your state taxes if applicable. I recently just moved and got introduced to the #1 tax-friendly state in America, California, and got introduced to this thing called state taxes. If you choose to file it online, you will only usually need basic information or documents with you. Some of the most common documents that you will need to include is your W-2, which is sent by your employer, charitable donation proof, school tax forms, retirement contributions, etc. There are a lot of different options available, such as TaxSlayer, Liberty Tax, TurboTax, and TaxAct. I will go over the best 7 tax software programs of 2020 in my next video, so stay tuned for that. If you do want to use one of the services that I just mentioned to e-file your taxes, check the description below it, as I will have links to all of them. So there it is, short and simple, my first video in my new series called Taxes 101, how to file your taxes and when is the deadline. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, can you smash that like button, share it to everyone you know, and leave a comment below. Now it's time for question of the day. What is your preferred method and company to use for filing your taxes? Please leave your answer below in the comments, as I would love to connect with them. And remember, God sees you and He loves you. See you on the next video.